will strive to reach in the modern world. However, there is one consistent factor that often limits opportunities for students around the country: money. Paying for college is expensive, and the average rate of tuition costs has only risen in the past decade. Student debt is a topic that has more recently been brought to light, but a holistic solution has yet to be presented. The College for All Act of 2021 has been a good step in the right direction in assisting students in need of financial aid. However, there's still more that needs to be done. So the article, Should 2- and 4-Year Degrees Be Free, by Professor Stephen Adair and Kalina Sesenker, discusses the problems involved with the economics of student debt crises and the effect that paying for college has on students' future careers. The article, written May 13, 2021, is relevant to current students who are analyzing their financial aid options and also alumni so that they can be aware of the overall effects that their degree has for their future. So this is the article. The last 40 years have seen an ever-widening gap between those with college degrees and those without. Over that interval, incomes have soared for those with advanced degrees and declined for those in high school diplomas or less. As a result, the road to economic security for young people depends increasingly on access to higher education, yet it keeps getting more expensive. Today, a student needs to work nearly 1,000 hours at the state minimum of $12 an hour to pay the $11,462 required for tuition at the least expensive state university in Connecticut. The rise in tuition costs, combined with the growing economic value of a college degree, fuels the crisis of student debt, which totals today in $1.7 trillion. To pay for a year of school, 3/4 of American families pay at least 24% of their average family income, even after grants are distributed. As students pay more, they often receive less. Nationwide, nearly 75% of all faculty positions are off the tenure track, often without benefits or long-term job prospects. The College for All Act of 2021, introduced by Senator Bernie Sanders, would address the crisis in full. In addition to making community college tuition free for all, it would make 2- and 4-year public colleges and minority-serving institutions free for poor and middle-class students, and increase funding for programs that target students from disadvantaged backgrounds. Nationally, in 2016, the net average price of college attendance for students coming from the lowest family income quartile amounted to 94% of total family income. Unsurprisingly, poorer students are less present at higher levels of education nationwide. By including both 2- and 4-year institutions and by expanding Pell Grants so they can be used to cover living and non-tuition expenses, the College for All Act would help bridge the significant earning gap between those with some college education and those with bachelor degrees. The measure would also address the labor precarity of corroding learning conditions. It would require that at least 75% of courses be taught by tenured or tenure-track faculty members and help transition short-term and part-time faculty members to those positions. To fund these reforms, the bill proposes a tax on trade of stocks, bonds, and derivatives to raise more than $600 billion over the next decade. The College for All Act complements recent efforts in states like California, Connecticut, Georgia, and New York to boost 2-year and 4-year institutions. While these efforts are distinct, they all seek to facilitate the movement between 2-year colleges and public universities and improve equity. To the extent that higher education reinforces existing inequities, it contributes to the affliction it is supposed to ease. Solving this problem will expand opportunities for individuals, grow the middle class, improve the skills of America's workforce, and strengthen democracy. But this won't happen on its own. It needs a push, so let's push.